Hello, and welcome to the February Scarlet and Great Gathering. As you can probably tell, we are shaking things up a little this month and coming to you via the convenience of your computer screen, phone, iPad, or whatever device you might be using to watch. Don't worry, we will get back together in person sometime soon. We just thought that since it's been such a cold winter and February's weather is always a little unpredictable, you might enjoy getting to tune in without having to make the trip across campus. We have lots in store to share today and even some special guests. I wonder who we have in store for you. So let's get started with one of my very favorite parts, our wellness moment. I invite you to sit back, maybe even grab a snack, and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Mickey Sharma, the Director of Counseling and Consultation Service, and I'm going to give you today's wellness moment, which is going to focus on each of our individual mental health and how we can maximize how we're doing and how we're feeling. We're at a point in time right now where there's a lot of things going on that are external and are adding stress to our lives. It could be the weather. I got to tell you, it was really cold when I walked over here this morning. It could be external things with regards to policy and legislation. And these are things that can add stress to us professionally and personally, and they impact us. And when things feel outside our control, it increases our angst. So I'm going to talk about some ways to best manage this, because all these things that are happening, I do think it's important when you're working in higher ed to educate yourself, but don't inundate yourself. You don't need to read the 20 alerts that you got on your phone that day with news updates. You want to educate, but don't overwhelm yourself with information. What you can do when things are feeling out of control is to look at what you can control, because there always are things you can control. So number one is your perspective. We get to control our individual perspective. The mindset we take going into a situation will impact how we experience that situation, will impact how we feel about it. The key thing here is focusing on gratitude and appreciation. An easy thing you can do is to start each day by thinking about reflecting on 3 things that you feel grateful for. They don't have to be life-altering. I made a joke about the weather, but when I drove in today, it was sunny skies, and I like driving in the sunshine, and it's warm in my car. So I feel good about that. What are things that I feel grateful for? Gratitude and appreciation. Having that attitude, that mindset will help you. 2 other things that you can control are self-care and resiliency. Easy definition. Self-care is what do you do on a regular basis so you don't fall down. Resiliency is what do you do when you've fallen down to get back up. Resiliency is not grit. This does not mean suck it up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps and work harder. Life knocks us all down. It's going to happen. Your job can knock you down. When you fall down, what do you do to get back up? The thing with self-care is when we're under high moments of stress, what we tend to do is eliminate from our lives first the things that help us to feel better. It's counterintuitive. When it's most important to engage in those activities that help you to feel better, we cut them out. So if it's a high stress period, can I do this activity maybe less frequently or in a short amount of time, but not eliminate it completely? I encourage you to just make a simple list. What are 3 things I do on a regular basis so I don't fall down? What are 3 things I do when I've fallen down to get back up? Keep that list. Look at it every few weeks. Hold yourself accountable. Am I doing these things? Because that will help you feel in control and help your overall well-being. Finally, 2 quick cheat codes. Number 1 is sleep. We all know the importance of sleep. But if you're not getting regular sleep, and it doesn't have to be every day, but if you're not getting some regular sleep, it doesn't just impact physical exhaustion, it will impact concentration, it will impact your work performance, it will impact your emotions and your relationships with your loved ones and your colleagues. Sleep touches everything. Last thing, with your emotions, I encourage you to spend time reflecting on what you're feeling. Don't stand in judgment of what you're feeling. Accept what you're feeling. Don't tell yourself, I should feel this, I shouldn't feel that. Accept what you're feeling. If it's not where you want it to be, then look at, can I shift my perspective? Can I look at self-care and resiliency? What can I control that I can manage to help myself feel better? So, wishing you happy mental health and happy well-being.
It's always a good idea to pause and consider our own well-being. So I really appreciate that we take time for this at each Scarlet and Great gathering. Information sharing and highlighting the phenomenal work of our team is also an important part of our student life culture. We are such a big organization that has so many responsibilities, facilities, programs, and people. It's hard to keep track of everything. That's why I like to spend a bit of time at our gatherings helping you get to know more about the departments that make the magic happen here in student life. Without further ado, next up is our department highlight of the month featuring Renisha Weston sharing about the Student Wellness Center. Renisha?
Hi, my name is Renisha Weston, and I'm the director of the Student Life Student Wellness Center, where we like to promote health and well-being in so many different ways. We utilize the 10 dimensions of wellness, and we have a variety of opportunities for all students at The Ohio State University, meaning undergraduate, graduate, and professional students alike. So we promote wellness doing this in several different opportunities, such as wellness coaching, nutrition coaching, financial coaching, which is Scarlet and Gray Financial. We do tons of different programs, events, and tabling opportunities over a variety of different topics: stress management, time management, whatever you can think of, we probably do. We also have our collegiate recovery community, which is there to support our students who are navigating through recovery. We have alcohol, tobacco, and other drug prevention, education and awareness programming, education and resources for you all as well. We also like to focus on healthy relationships and violence prevention education. And then we want to make sure that our faculty and staff know what's going on within the Student Wellness Center. So we do graduate and professional student and faculty and staff outreach as well. So if you've heard of Wellness Wednesdays, we take a part of that. We also have basic needs supports through our Buckeye Food Alliance, soon to be part of the Monda Student Resource Center, along with the Career Closet. And then we will have some workspaces over there for campus and community resources to make sure that we provide a one-stop shop for all students that need the support that they need. So one opportunity that we have coming up is Love Your Body Week, and that week takes place February 24th through February 28th. And you can learn more about Love Your Body Week, all of the resources that we have within the Student Wellness Center, by just going to swc.osu.edu.
Hi, I'm Connor Armstrong, proud Ohio State Buckeye and Olympic gold medalist. Just wanted to say hi and thank you to the Student Life team for the many ways you help students win each and every day. Some of my favorite moments on campus have been in the Student Life facility, McCorkle. So I've had plenty of time to see all of your hard work in action. When I was competing at the Olympics in Paris this past summer, it was such a surreal experience. And yet, there were some moments that I really just felt like I was at home. And many times, that was because I ran into someone who was from OHIO. Now, it is true what they say. There is no place like home. And I want you to know that you are the reason that so many Ohio State students call OSU their home. So all my best wishes for an excellent end of the semester, and until then, as always, go Bucks.
Now that was awesome. You just never know who will visit us at our gatherings. I hope you enjoyed this month's special guest. I'm not sure that I can top that, so I'm not even going to try. We're just going to transition right into Docs Download, the section where I share a few updates and important information. As you probably know, since President Carter joined us just over a year ago, he has been hard at work at becoming a Buckeye, and I personally think he has done an excellent job. One of the things he has been really intentional about is taking the time to get to know the institution, inside and out, from our very beginnings to our aspirations for the future. At his investiture last November, he provided an exciting update on his strategic planning efforts, including highlighting the 6 themes on which the plan will be built. Those are academics, research and creative expression, healthcare, talent and culture, operations, and collegiate athletics. The idea here is that these 6 areas of focus will drive us into the future and will be categorized across 8 overarching priorities: accessibility, student success, affordability, performance excellence and resource stewardship, workforce development, outreach and engagement, workplace of choice, and last but certainly not least, service to the state of Ohio. In the coming weeks and months, more details will be shared about specific programs, initiatives, and goals throughout each of these areas. And I can't tell you how excited I am about the many, many ways that student life will contribute to this exciting future. To learn more about the plan and for updates along the way, you can find a link on president.osu.edu. With the transition of leadership in any organization, the one thing you can count on is that there is bound to be changes. And if you've been paying attention to the news over the past few weeks, you've seen a lot of change at both the federal and state levels of government, which certainly impact us as employees of a state institution of higher education. I think it is important for you to know that as new legislation and executive orders are announced, Ohio State has a process for researching, analyzing, and creating a plan to implement what we are required to do by law. As you can imagine, there is a lot we are in the process of reviewing right now, and our goal is to help the campus community stay informed and feel supported throughout the change management process. My commitment to you is that I will provide updates as they are available, because I know that information and communication is a top priority for this organization. Speaking of what's important to you, for those of you who have been around for a while, you may remember when I first came to Ohio State, I held literally dozens of listening sessions to help me learn about all the many things that make student life special, as well as opportunities we have to be even better. You may also know that I often say that a growing and improving organization is one that continues to learn, plan, and yes, even change. That's why those listening sessions I did back in 2020, that was just a start. I've been collecting feedback from you all consistently throughout the years in a wide variety of ways. Most recently, I conducted a series of listening sessions with coordinators, assistant directors, and associate directors throughout the Office of Student Life. So, for the last part of Doc's Download, I want to share some feedback that I gathered through those sessions because I believe it is important for all of us to learn and grow together. Let's start with the ideas that team members shared about how we can build an even better, stronger Office of Student Life. The scarlet and great news is that I learned many people really enjoy working in student life, and more importantly, they want to stay working in student life. But it can be difficult to understand how you might be able to grow and advance in the organization. Specifically, team members wish there could be a clear career pathway throughout the organization, whether that is within a specific department or by moving through and around various departments. I also heard feedback about our staffing to strategy process. I don't think it will surprise you that folks wish the process could go faster or maybe even to have fewer information requirements. I want to assure you that I've been working with the Staffing to Strategy Committee, and they have already cut the average length of time down, and they continue to look for additional opportunities to streamline the process. We are really good listeners. Team members also shared that they are eager to learn, build skills, and gain knowledge that will make them even more effective in their current role and to prepare them for future roles. Some of the things you want to learn more about includes understanding how budgets work, how decisions are made, and how the various areas of our organization work together to reach our overall goals. People also shared a deep desire to want to contribute more to the organization. Specifically, they want to be given the opportunity to contribute to decision making. This was particularly meaningful for employees who have worked in a unit for a long period of time. The idea is that, hey, I've been here, I've seen a lot, so I could help you when you're considering changes or new ways of doing things. And I agree. Another important topic the team raised was appreciation for our attempts to support work-life harmony, specifically meeting-free Fridays and no non-urgent emails after hours and on weekends. I do want to be transparent and share that part of this feedback included concern that some of our director-level leaders aren't always upholding our culture commitments, like meeting-free Friday and avoiding after-hours email. I have already had a wonderful conversation with our focus team about this, and I hope that improvements are already being seen in your organization. On this same topic, though, I also heard from those whose operations are more 24/7 that it's really hard to operationalize these concepts when your work requires you to respond to emergencies and the unexpected. It was a really good reminder for me that we have many different working environments, and we need to keep looking for different strategies that are effective for each and every one of them. While my primary focus always tends to be on how we can be better, I think it's also important to share with you some of the positive feedback I heard during these sessions. The workplace flexibility that we offer in student life is very appreciated. One team member said that remote work is a gift. Along these same lines, staff members share that they really appreciate our focus on employee health and well-being efforts, both in the workplace and in their personal lives. I also heard a lot of positive feedback on our culture commitments, which, as a reminder, are appreciation, connection, care, and support. In addition to the fact that we even have them and talk about them, they also appreciate that we actively work to put them into action through things like our High Five Fridays, Scarlet and Great Gatherings, our summer celebration, and today's update messages. Speaking of, I was very pleased to hear that our team feels that we have strong lines of communication that is timely and informative. This has been a growth opportunity for us over the past 5 years, and I'm thrilled about the progress that we've made in this area. What I loved hearing most throughout the listening sessions, though, is how much people really are energized by and excited about the relationships that they have been able to build with their colleagues. In fact, you all want more opportunities to meet more people from across student life, particularly in smaller group events and informal opportunities to come together to engage in service, fellowship, simple networking, and maybe even a round of golf. Bottom line, these listening sessions were so informative and have given me and the entire leadership team a bounty of ideas to continue building a student life working environment that is second to none. I look forward to sharing more updates and new programs as we continue creating opportunities for our team to engage, learn, and thrive in their jobs and beyond. I know I've referenced a few other segments as some of my favorites, but I have to say that this next one really is my all-time favorite. You probably already know what I'm talking about. High fives! I have a few of my own to share, and then we have more special guests who want to add their own to the mix. As a reminder, you are always welcome to send me suggestions for our High Five Friday email messages too. Simply email me at sl-vicepresident@osu.edu, and we will be certain to have note cards available at our next in-person gathering if you'd like to write a personal note to a colleague. Our very first high five goes to our very own Dave Wisely, who serves as our Student Life Chief Financial Officer. Dave earned the Distinguished Certified Auxiliary Services Professional designation. Woo! From the National Association of College Auxiliary Services. High five, Dave Wisely. I also want to extend an incredible high five to our friends with Buckeyethon. I am sending hundreds of thousands of high fives, actually, to all of the students who raised such a phenomenal amount of money for kids at Nationwide Children's Hospital through the annual Buckeyethon effort. Earlier this month, the students held their culminating event, Dance Marathon, where they danced the day away, celebrated their extraordinary miracle kids, and announced their amazing annual fundraising total. Special thanks to the many, many Student Life team members who supported Buckeyethon throughout the year, of course, including the Student Philanthropy team. We also have a whole host of friends of Student Life who adore Buckeyethon, and we want to thank them and appreciate them for their ongoing support as well. In addition to the impacts we make in our own campus communities, it's also important for student affairs professionals to contribute to the good of our profession through leadership and service. Big kudos to Andre Love, who is our wonderful Director of Recreational Sports, who was recently elected to serve as the next president of NIRSA. NIRSA is the International Professional Association for College Rec. Way to go, Andre. High five to you. Next, I want to make sure that we also highlight and celebrate Dr. Kiana Smith. Speaking of giving back to their profession, Kiana has done a tremendous job both in serving as our Senior Director of Housing and Residence Education, but also her outstanding contributions to ACUHO-I's Future of the Profession initiative. I am so very proud of you, Kiana, and I thank you for your work to advance professional opportunities for generations of team members to come. For those who may be unfamiliar, ACUHO-I is the International Association for Housing and Residence Life Professionals. And, just a fun tidbit, the organization is actually based here in Columbus, Ohio, and is supported in many ways by the Ohio State University. High five to us, too. Tracy Stuck and all those who helped with the postseason tours and activities. I don't know that there are enough high fives that I can give all of you, but I'm going to try to do that. You all have done such a tremendous job in so many different ways, and it's been incredible. Lastly, I want to make sure that you know about something that made the news just a little bit a few weeks ago. They are called the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they fought through 4 rounds of the college football playoffs to earn the title of national champions. Now, every year for nearly 30 years, Student Life has hosted a bowl trip for students, families, faculty, and staff members. And this year, we hosted 3 trips and 2 major service projects in the host cities. It was a truly exciting end to the season, and it was a ton of work. So I want to give everyone a huge high five to everybody who made those experiences so special for our attendees, many of whom were parents of band members who were truly thrilled to have the experience of watching their students perform in some of football's most iconic settings. Tracy Stuck and Dave Wisely are truly the gurus of the bowl trips, and there were so many people who also helped along the way. So high five again to everybody, and as absolutely always, go Bucks.
Hello everyone, Bobby McAlpine here, the president of the Undergraduate Student Government, USG, and the Undergraduate Student Body. I am so excited to give some really great high fives today. My first high five is to Mickey Sharma and Counseling and Consultation Services. CCS has done so much for the student body here at The Ohio State University, and they've really listened to myself and USG in bringing U-Will and well-tracked booths and things like that to campus just to make sure that students are really knowing that they're cared about. My second one is none other than the student government advising team. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Yes, Matt Couch, Anna Sullivan Quam, we love Erica, we love Blair, literally everyone. Y'all make our world go round. When it comes to all of our events that we do, y'all make them happen. So really appreciate that. And you know, I have to give my last and final shout out to the Dr. Melissa Shivers. Love you, Doc. You are such an inspiration to me, such an inspiration to Justin, the VP, and so many students here in the undergraduate student government and here in the undergraduate student body. Really appreciate you. We love student life. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you soon. Go Bucks!
Hi, my name is Eddie Labid, and I'm an Assistant Director in Sorority and Fraternity Life here at Ohio State. I want to give a big shout out and high five to our council leadership team who recently took our students to the AFLV conference and came home with 8 awards, including the top NPHC Excellence Award and the top IFC Excellence Award.
I'm Christian Manning, a graphic designer from Student Life Marketing Communications. I just wanted to give a huge shout out to Kiera Hampton and the people over at Student Philanthropy for doing a great job with Buckeye-thon and making it a huge success.
Hi everyone, I'm Sabrina Durso, President of the Council of Graduate Students.
And I'm Katie Connor, the Vice President of the Council of Graduate Students.
And we're here today to send a big thank you from our constituency for all of the work each one of you does to make the graduate student experience the best it can be.
We especially want to thank the off-campus and commuter student engagement team and the Student Life Disability Services Office for all of the hard work you've helped us do in supporting graduate students on campus this year.
Let's all keep working together to make OSU the best place possible. And as always, go Bucks!
My name is Taylor Kuhn. I work in Buckeye Careers, and I want to give a high five to all of our student employee supervisors who work in student life. You make such a difference in our students' lives, and our university wouldn't be able to operate the same way without you.
I'm giving high fives to our student life community of connections and caring. I am Karen Norwich, Director of Sales for Events and Conferences. Our leaders and staff emphasize the power of connections, and it also rings true with me. And with my retirement date just 2 weeks away, after 15 plus years, I am grateful for the caring and connections that I have made with all of you as coworkers. High five, student life staff, and more ABC. Always be connecting.
This is Julius Mail from Housing and Residence Education. I just wanted to send a high five out to HRE as we get ready for reselection and recruiting new students to live on campus.
Well, we are coming to the end of our time together, so I want to share one last high five to everyone who has taken the time to watch this video. We always like to try new things, and I hope this video format was a nice change of pace for you. So feel free to let me know what you think. Send me an email or simply let me know the next time you see me in the hallway. Now, I know the one thing, which is really why you're here, that you definitely don't are the prizes. So for everyone who logged on to watch, we will enter you into a random drawing to win a total of 10 special prizes. And if you watched as a group, simply send me an email with a picture of you and your group to let me know who all watched together, and we will be sure to enter you all. Just make sure you let me know by the end of the day on February the 28th. We will list the winners in the first High Five Friday message of March. So don't miss it. Don't delete it. Well, that's what we have for you for the February Scarlet and Great Gathering. As always, if you have questions, ideas, creative solutions, or notes of appreciation, you are welcome to send those along to me via email or whatever format you'd like. I want to be sure that you know we can't do this important work that we are responsible for without approaching it as a big, extraordinary student life family. And that means each and every one of you. Your role and who you are critical to our ability to help students engage, learn, and thrive at The Ohio State University. And I want you to be able to do the exact same as a student life team member. Always remember, you, my friends, are Scarlet and Great.